This video will explain the random student selection option. Near the top right of the screen is a dice icon. On iOS and iPad, you can long press, and on a Mac, you can right click, and you'll get the option menu that has the random settings option and the reset called list. So if you go to random settings, here you'll see there's a couple options. When you select a student, you can have the device speak the name aloud. There's that switch. You can speak the last name or just the first name. And then there's the main option here is the call one time option. So if you want to have each student in the class have a chance to be called first, and then it'll ask someone a second time, you can leave that on. If you want to have anyone can be called multiple times, which means that maybe in a class of 30 people, some people get called 3 times before anyone else is called, then you can turn that off. I'm going to leave it on for now. So this means that every time someone's called, they're removed from the list until everyone has been called. And then lastly, there's the voice speed there that you can change to make it faster or slower. Back to the main screen here, if you see the list of students, there's a little hand icon below a bunch of students. Green means they're available to be called, and red means they've either been called or they're absent. So you can see Sean Connors there is marked present, but he's red. That means he's been called. Veronica Delgado does not have an icon, and that means she's absent. So you can see I've marked her absent, and it uses the latest attendance date. So here I'm going to change Veronica to present, and you'll see now the hand icon appears there. And now all you do is tap the random button or click it on the iPad on the Mac, and you'll see a student is called, and their hand icon will change to red. So if I look now and cancel that, Brian there is marked red, which means he's been called already. And you can just go ahead and continue on. If you want to reset the class, let's say it's a new day and you want to start again, go ahead and long press or right click the icon and say reset called list. And you'll see now everyone is green, which means they're all available to be called. This feature is also available on the seating chart. It's a new option on the far left at the bottom, on the option menu. There's the call screen now, and here you can see that the hand icon is shown. So you can see everyone is available to be called. I'll tap the dice icon on the top right, and you can see Anna Castro was called, and now Anna is marked in red there. Let me switch to. You can also on a larger screen switch between the names and the photos. And then go ahead. Another nice option I've added is if you actually tap a hand icon, you can select a student purposefully. So let's say I really want to call on Bridget Martins. I can tap the green icon there and say call on student, and you can actually call on a student. So that's not so random, but maybe you want to ask a student that maybe he's been absent, or you want to give a student a second chance. You can also, let's say we've called Anna Castro, so her name is red there, but I want to have her called again. Maybe you didn't answer it correctly. Maybe you want to give a student another chance. Go ahead and tap the hand icon and say add to random selection, and the student there will now have another option to be called again randomly. You can also tap a student and remove them from selection for whatever reason. Let's say they had already answered something and you didn't call on them. So there's a way to manipulate that a bit if it's necessary. All right, so go ahead and give that a try, and I hope you like the new random selection options. Thank you.